Next tonight, relatives say they are shocked at the news of a sudden closure of a nursing home in Derbyshire.
It only emerged today that St Mary's at Ednaston near Ashbourne is to close. It follows a highly critical report by the Care Quality Commission that's only just been published. Well, James Robertson is there for us tonight. James, good evening to you. So firstly, what does this report say?
Well, and this is the 19-page report by the Care Quality Commission into St Mary's that's just come out. And they say they made an unannounced visit here in July, followed by 2 further visits that month. And really, they were not happy with what they found for the 31 residents. Now, the report says that St Mary's was inadequate both in the safety of the residents and how it was led. Risk assessments and care plans were not always in place. There were concerns for residents could develop pressure sores. And, for example, one person lost over 11% of their body weight in a month, yet there were no records that this was being monitored.
James, you said earlier that this has come as quite a shock to relatives. What have they been telling you?
Well, in response to this CQC report, let's just talk about what the Institute that runs St Mary's has said. They said how sorry they are for the weaknesses identified, and they immediately started to try to rectify the problems, but now the trustees believe this can't be achieved in a suitable time, so they've advised the home will close on November the 4th. Now, this has come, as you say, as a shock to relatives who now have to move their the elderly residents elsewhere.
So short notice, had a call 2 days ago to say meeting, and then you told the home's closing in 4 weeks. Say it's consideration for the residents, but not at all.
The fact is they're going to shut it in a month. I believe it is certainly true to say that if people, elderly people, are moved from an environment which they are familiar with to another one, it can kill them. It can certainly shorten their lives.
What does the future then hold for staff and indeed the residents?
Well, the staff who've all been universally praised by the relatives we've spoken to have all been told that they'll be losing their jobs. Now, Derbyshire County Council have told us that the adult care team will work with residents and their families to ensure a smooth move to suitable alternative accommodation. But the residents we've spoken to this evening hope that somehow, possibly, this place might still stay open.
Well, let's hope so. James Robertson, thanks very much indeed.
In other news tonight, the Leicester South MP John Ashworth has accepted a job on Labour's front bench as Shadow Health Secretary.